Greetings, BookTube. John from Toronto here. Yeah, things fall apart. Finally got around to it. So, it's a fantastic book written by Chinua Achebe, and it was written in 1958. I'll admit it, that was the year I was born. But anyway, uh, going through this book, it's interesting how it's very deceptively plain language written, very easy to read. But I say deceptively because the 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 story itself is kind of complicated, and there's lots of changes that happen. Of course, um, we learn a lot about the clan that the chief character Okonkwo belongs to. So let's start by sort of setting up what takes place here. This takes place in what is now Nigeria, I believe. And the big crop for this is before any European influence has come. The big crop is yams. Okay, so if you've got a lot of yams, you're big man on campus kind of thing. Um, and then we also have uh, um, the idea here is that these are warriors and farmers. Okay, they do battle with other clans from time to time. Sorry, I'm itchy. And we'll start with the character of Okonkwo, who is our protagonist. So Okonkwo, like a lot of other people in his clan, is very masculine. I'm looking at my notes here. He's a respected leader. As I say, he's a warrior and farmer, like a lot of the other guys in this clan, and he has a very hot temper. Now we get the idea, some idea of how he became ultra masculine and has a hot temper by his feelings that he reveals to us about his father. His father was a musician who liked to drink wine, and Okonkwo was very ashamed of his father. He thought he was just not really a very good role model, let's say. And he desperately wants to show that he is not his father. He is at times violent. He beats his wives and children. Uh, Not always, but I mean, he does so on occasion. And ultimately, when the European missionaries, the British um, missionaries come in and start to make changes, Okonkwo cannot adapt to this at all, and kind of a brutal end, which I won't reveal. Um, so Okonkwo, not surprisingly for this clan, he has 3 wives and 10 children. Uh, I want to talk next about a um, a boy who comes to live with Okonkwo because this boy, Ikemefuna, my pronunciation is not good on these names, I apologize. He is payment from another clan who, which apparently owes this to Okonkwo's clan, owes some payment to Okonkwo's clan because one of Okonkwo's clan's wives, I believe, was raped and maybe murdered. I believe that might have been it. And so they give up. The other clan gives up Ikemefuna, and he stays with. He is, the law decides that he is to stay with Okonkwo. And Okonkwo is rough with all his kids. He's very strong disciplinarian. But the interesting thing is he grows very fond of Ikemefuna. He's like his own son after a while, and His own eldest son is very, very much very close to Ikamafuna. And the reader really likes Ikamafuna. He's a very nice boy, follows his adopted father, I guess, Okonkwo, and is very masculine like Okonkwo, but not violent, I wouldn't say. But there is a tradition at a certain time, or maybe it's the age of this boy, Ikamafuna, where, and Okonkwo can't do anything about this, he must be killed by Okonkwo's clan. And this troubles Okonkwo, but he doesn't do anything really to try to change that custom. He just goes along with it, and he even delivers the final, I can't remember how he is killed, but he delivers the final blow, let's say, or stab or whatever, to kill Ikamafuna. And he does this because this is the fate, the chi of the clan, and he can do nothing about it, Okonkwo. And so, after the murder, as is custom, I guess, what happens is Okonkwo becomes very depressed, and he sees this as womanish, the idea that he is depressed over the death of Ikamafuna, and he becomes bad-tempered and everything else. But we know, as the reader, we know that this is all because of the fact that he killed perhaps his favorite son, even though he was adopted, not really part of his 10 children. Now, Noya, or Noi, this is Okonkwo's eldest son, who he has fathered. And he had become very close to Ikamafuna, as I think I mentioned. Okonkwo always worries that Noya, or Noi, will grow up weak and feminine like his own father, who Okonkwo despised. So he's very hard on him, trying to man him up, if you want to put it that way. And then finally, when missionaries do come, I believe that's about chapter 15, Noya, or Noi, converts to Christianity. And Okonkwo is just like, right? Okay, this brings us to some other characters. Achebe is Okonkwo's second wife, his favorite. She, I can't even read what I wrote here. Yeah. She lost 9 children. I don't know if this was with her previous husband, who she left. But anyway, she finally has a daughter, her only child that survives. And the daughter, whose name I don't have down here, she becomes a favorite of Okonkwo as well. And not surprisingly, this daughter wishes she was born a boy. But anyway, Okonkwo's favorite child. And I think I forgot to write her down. There is also another character who is Okonkwo's sort of best friend. And this is Oberika. I think I got that right. He also has many wives and children. He warns, he's always telling, not warns maybe, but he's always suggesting to Okonkwo to be gentle. He said that, you should not be taking part in Ikamafuna's killing, let's say. But Okonkwo decides he must be a man, and he's going to be part of it too, and he delivers the final thrust to kill him. Well, as I said, in chapter 15, Christian missionaries come in, and they bring education and medicine. That's kind of nice. And of course, Noya, or Noi, Okonkwo's eldest son, joins the religion and seems to adapt to the new changes. Okonkwo does not. he cannot deal with this. I should mention, too, very quickly, that Okonkwo accidentally kills the son of a clansperson, perhaps a friend of his, and because of that accident, it really is an accident, he must be, the custom is, he is exiled for 7 years, must live on his own for 7 years, basically. When he comes back, this is when he sees that the Christian missionaries have really sort of changed everything. Things have fallen apart, basically. And he can't accept this. And he must do something about it. He feels something because he can't possibly adapt to this new culture. And that ends the book, basically. I've left some things out there, like when the locust comes and everybody's thinking, gee, well, you and I would probably think, oh God, with locusts, they're going to eat up all the yams and everything. But in fact, they come so infrequently, apparently, that this is a great joy to the clan, the village. And they go out there with everything they can to collect all these locusts because they're a delicacy to cook them, right? And just a wonderful, joyful part of the book. They eat all these locusts. So that's that. So the interesting thing here this is the second book about European colonialism, this time on from the perspective of the actual inhabitants of Africa. Achebe read Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad, and he at one point called Conrad that goddamn racist. I don't know. I've read Heart of Darkness many times and I don't see it. Maybe one of you can enlighten me. Was Conrad in some way racist? He was a man of his time. He wasn't really British, actually. He was born in Poland and spoke Polish and Russian before he learned English as an adult. But yeah, I guess he became British and is known as a British writer. But I did not detect anything in Heart of Darkness that would have indicated that Conrad was a racist. On the other hand, Achebe also said that he doesn't think that Conrad's book should be banned or anything like that. He says people should read it, and then he said, but then you should also read African literature by Africans as well. And that part I certainly agree with. But again, I don't get this. Having read Heart of Darkness, for those of you who have read Heart of Darkness, let me know what you think. Do you see that Conrad was racist in some way? I think, if anything, he was against the way that he saw the Europeans in Africa treat natives, and Kurtz as well. The way he treated his natives, just like a murderous rampage kind of thing. So anyway, that's all I've got for this video. I hope you learned something from about Things Fall Apart, and I hope you'll read it sometime. So I look forward to your responses to this. I hope it's been some help. And if you have read Things Fall Apart and you have something else you think I should have mentioned, probably I left some things out, let me know, please. So have a great day, and thank you very much. Bye for now.